Good morning, children. This is Seema Prabhakaran. We'll continue with our civics lesson number 3, the parliamentary government, why and how. Today we'll be talking about the Rajya Sabha. The Rajya Sabha is elected by the members of the legislative assemblies of state. It represents the states of India in the parliament. The Rajya Sabha can have up to 250 members who serve 6-year term. Out of these, 12 are nominated by the President. The nominated members are usually people renowned in the fields such as arts, literature, etc. The Rajya Sabha has the power to review and, if it feels the need, change laws proposed by the Lok Sabha. A bill. Bill is a proposal to pass a new law or change an existing one. Has to be approved by the Rajya Sabha before it can become law. This house can also initiate legislation. The members of the upper house are appointed for a 6-year term. In order to become a member of the house, a person has to be a citizen of India and above 30 years of age. Every 2 years, 1/3 of the members of council retire and fresh members are elected. Thus, the Rajya Sabha is a permanent house. Next heading is Chairman and Deputy Chairman. The Rajya Sabha is headed by the Vice President. The Vice President is the ex officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha. Bills, resolutions, motions for questions, etc. can be taken up in the Rajya Sabha only with his permission. He is assisted by a deputy chairman who is elected by the members of the Rajya Sabha among themselves. Next heading is the President. The President is the head of the state. He is not directly elected by the people. He is elected by an electoral college comprising elected members of parliament and legislative assemblies of states. He serves a term of 5 years. In order to be elected as the President, a person has to be a citizen of India and above 35 years of age. He should also not be holding any salaried government office. The President plays an important role in the legislature. Next heading is Powers of the Union Parliament. The intention of the framers of the Constitution was to make the Lok Sabha a dominating chamber because its members are elected directly by the people. But we should not forget that neither house is complete by itself. Both houses together are called the Parliament of India. First is legislative powers. The Parliament is competent to make laws on matters mentioned in Union List and the Concurrent List. Second is financial powers. Money bill can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha. The Lok Sabha is free to accept or reject the recommendations made by Rajya Sabha in money matters. Third, control over the executive. The Constitution lays down that the Council of Ministers shall be collectively responsible to the House of the People, that is, the Lok Sabha. Fourth, amending the Constitution. The bill to amend the Constitution may originate in either house. It must be passed by each house by a majority of the total membership of that house as well as by 2/3 majority of the members present and voting. Fifth is elective functions. The elected members of both the houses along with the elected members of the state legislative assemblies elect the President of India. The Vice President is elected by members of both the houses of Parliament. That's all for today's class. Thank you and have a nice day.